Hey Embers, welcome back to the channel and welcome to part 84 of my Harvest Moon Back to Nature slow playthrough. And we are starting on day 1 of summer year 3. So this is the start of our final summer for this playthrough. So in this episode we're going to be doing days 1 all the way through to day 5. So let's check the weather tomorrow, nice and sunny. And we'll check the news. So today is, of course, the opening day. So let's go swimming. Now, if you hear any quality difference, I hope you can. I do have a new phone, so hopefully the recording quality is a little bit better than you've been used to. Fingers crossed, anyway. This is the first time I am doing a voiceover with the new phone. So with that, let's head outside and start our day. Before we go to opening day, we are of course going to be sorting things out on the farm. Say hello to Binky. But before we do that, there's going to be our first speed up of the episode, because I go all the way up the hill to grab some flowers. So these are the new flowers for summer. In terms of wild crops, there's only two red grasses, and we're not really going to bother with them too much because we don't really need the money. So we're going to pop a flower in the vase, and then we're going to pop the rest in the cupboard. Back out we go. Next up, we're going to go into the chicken coop. This is a big speed up, this one. But why not? Now, we're not going to save an egg for the Harvest Goddess because it is, of course, a festival day. So next, we're going to feed the fish and grab the honey and head into the hothouse. Nothing has grown just yet, but those orange cup flowers should grow very, very soon. And now we're going to do the long task of planting our crops. Obviously, we will not be planting all of the summer crops, just the ones we need to get 200 or more of. That was just obviously, like I say, a rule I set for myself. So we won't be planting all of the summer crops, just a few. So now into the barn. Say hello to the cows and sheep. Of course, this process takes the longest. And you'll notice that Rose is not fully grown yet. Takes, I think, a season and a half or something like that. Insane. We do have some more wool as well, and we have chosen to make the wool yarn this time, I believe. We did the last one. Let's see what we do with this one. Are we just going to ship it as is? Yeah. So we had one that we shipped as yarn and one that we just shipped as wool. I think the wool and the yarn are what's going to trip us up to trying to ship 200 of everything. I think the wool and the yarn are going to stop that. So we're just looking around for, I think we've missed one sheep. That's what we're trying to do. And of course feed everybody. There we go, the sheep that we needed was outside. So now we're going to water everything. As you can see, there is a fair amount to water, to be honest. Hopefully it's not unmanageable. Now, we didn't manage to water that last plot because we did run out of water, but we are going to head out and head to opening day. I thought I'd left it a little bit too late, but luckily we do get there in time. Now last year I did win the opening day festival for probably the first time ever playing this game, because I find this one really hard, and I'm not sure why. So I did get the power berry for this, so let's see if I end up winning the festival this year. But I am going to stay fairly quiet, as I often do with the festivals, so you can enjoy them, and I will get back to you when the festival is over. So as you can see, I did not win the festival this time, but I don't mind because we've already got the power berry. It was an absolute miracle that I won it last time. Anyway, we still have that one plot of crops to water, so let's go ahead and do that. And that was officially our last opening day for this playthrough. You won't see that again. I feel like this playthrough is going so fast, but it's gone so slow at the same time. Oh. Anyway, with that, we are going to head off to bed and move swiftly on to day 2. So here we are on day 2 of summer. Let's do our usual morning routine and see what we end up getting on with. Check the weather. And it is nice and sunny tomorrow, which is good. And we're also going to quickly check the news so we can see what events are coming up. So on the 8th, we have, and the 7th, sorry, we have the Chicken Festival. The 12th is the Tomato Festival. The 20th is the Cow Festival. And the 24th is the Fireworks display. So with that, let's get our day started. I think we'll head straight to the chicken coop. And here we are for another speed up. So we are going to take an egg to the Harvest Goddess today. I think I also end up showing you where one of the red grass is, but obviously if you've been with me for any length of time with this playthrough really, you would have already seen the red grass. But there it is. So we're not really going to be gathering the 2 wild crops for summer. Like I say, we don't really need the money. So what next? I think we're going to feed the fish. Gather the honey as always. And then let's move into the hothouse. And our orange cup flowers have grown. And we can ship the orange cup seeds, but it makes very little difference for our personal goal because for some bizarre reason they don't count towards your crop list, if you like. The list of things you've shipped, they don't count. So with that, we're going to head into the house and see what we want to plant. And I can't remember what I ended up going for. Oh, cabbages, I think. And apologies if you can hear that motorbike in the background. So next up, we are going to be watering the plants, the crops, sorry. Making a few mistakes there, as you can see. And of course, we're going to go in and say hello to the cows and sheep. We do have quite a bit of wool again today, which is good. Again, I don't know if I'm going to make it into yarn or not. Yeah, it looks like I am. Okay. And it looks like we're missing 2 cows, I think. Let's go around and look for them. There's one of them. And there's the other one. So let's quickly feed everybody. And what we're going to do next, we've got to get these sheep back in the barn there. We are going to cut some of the grass. Taking care not to hit the horse, of course. It looks like I hit the horse there, but I didn't, thank goodness. Okay, so we've done all that grass. So it looks like we're going to head off and head to bed. So let's go ahead and start day 3. So here we go, on to day 3 of summer, again year 3. Start, of course, our morning routine off. And it is actually Potpourri's birthday today. What a birthday present. I'm so happy, thank you, darling. I mean, it's a bit cheap of us, in it, to just give her the same flower that we give her every day for her birthday. Let's just pretend that she got something else, shall we? If I'd have thought in advance, I should have put something in the cupboard for Potpourri. Never mind. But we're just going to pretend she got a much better gift than that. So straight into the chicken coop we go. And of course, a big speed up here. Now, are we going to give an egg to the Harvest Goddess today? I'll have to wait and see. So it looks like we're not actually. No, we're not going to go to the Harvest Goddess today. So a big speed up while we sort everything out. Sorry if you just heard my tummy rumble there. Straight into the barn and let's see how we get on. We do have some more wool, which is good, of course. We're just missing a couple of sheep. There we go. So let's get everybody fed. I'm gonna water everything. Do a bit of weeding while we're at it as well. Say hello to the horse. And I decided to do something here. I don't know if I do it yet. Yeah, I wanted to make another little entrance like I have the other side. So that's what I end up doing. I'm going to go back into the house and grab some grass seeds. But of course we do have a little event for Potpourri's birthday. You can see the baby sat there at the table. Not in a baby chair, by the way. Just plonked on one of our chairs. And it's quite weird how the baby moves to look at you. I don't like it. Potpourri says, do you know what day it is? Yeah, it's your birthday. Don't try and trick me, sunshine. You remembered. You showed no signs, so I thought you totally forgot about it. Impossible, right? See, I don't know why she says that. I'm like, that is just absolutely rude. This man that gives you a present every single day of your life and you think he'd forget your birthday. So we're going to pretend we've had a nice meal on that there, because there's not much else you can do with that festival. Not festival, with that little event. We're going to grab the grass seeds. We're going to waste a whole bag just for 3 little bits, but that is what we do. And then having 2 entrances, I think, will look a little bit nicer. Lovely. So next, we are still trying to get those fish prints. So I think we're going to go fishing soon. But what happens here, I try and grab a small fish because I need a small fish from the pond, and it's just giving me large fish. So I don't think I can grab a small fish from the pond, unfortunately. I think we've had this before. And much like last time I recorded Harvest Moon, I'm fighting against the bin men again. I should not record this on the day that the bin men come, should I? I really shouldn't. So we'll see how we get on, but if it gets too loud, obviously I'm going to do a jump cut. So you might hear the bin men in the background. But for now, we are going to head out to the beach because we are going to try and get those fish prints. Like I say, for this one, you need to have a small fish, and you need to throw a small fish into the water in summer, and then hopefully you can fish out the squid, which would be the second of our fish prints. No, I think that's going to get too loud, you know. I'll get back with you in a minute. Right, bin men's bin, let's get back to fishing. Now, this was a mistake on my part because... Oh, we're saying hello to Kai for the first time this year. This was a mistake on my part because I don't believe you can catch small fish in the ocean, and I needed a small fish before I could go for the fish print. So, unfortunately, we just got a snow cone there, I think. No, I think we got a roasted corn. So, unfortunately, this fishing doesn't yield much results because we weren't able to get a small fish. So, just a bit of a spoiler alert there, but this was a little bit pointless, to be honest. We ended up getting a lot of trash, or rubbish, as I would say. And here comes Greg. Where were you when we needed you on your birthday, actually? Yeah, where were you? Couldn't give you your birthday present because you ran away. Anyway, with that, we are going to head back into the square and get rid of some of the rubbish because, yeah, we don't need it, obviously. So let's go ahead and get rid of all of this. And what we are going to do after this is we are going to head to the inn, because I am still waiting for a random event, I think, but I don't know if it's going to happen now. But I think there is still a random event at the inn that hasn't happened yet, that happens during summer. So this is me trying to click this blooming sign to see what time the inn's shut. The inn shuts at 9, so I'm really cutting it fine here. So let's head in and see if this random event happens. And unfortunately it doesn't. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get a drink, and we're going to pretend that we are here with Potpourri because it's her birthday, and we're having a nice little drink together of grape liqueur. And Potpourri's mum's got the baby. That's what we're going to pretend happened. We are not going to view this as, you know, him coming out for a drink on her birthday without her. That's not how we're going to view this. But with that, we are going to head back onto the farm. And I don't know if we've got anything else to do on the farm. So we may just be heading straight to bed. Let's wait and see what happens. So yep, it looks like we are heading straight to bed. Are we? Are we? What are we doing? Oh yeah, we've got to sort something out in the toolbox, haven't we? I think we've got to get our watering can, is it? Yeah. It's a good job past me remembered that, because current me doesn't. So with that, let's grab the dog and head straight to bed. Good night, Potpourri. I hope you've had a nice birthday. So, we are now on day 4 of summer. Again, year 3. That was the last time we'll be celebrating Potpourri's birthday in this playthrough as well. But I'm sure they'll be celebrating it for many years to come. Not if he keeps throwing flowers at her, however. So it is also a birthday today, another birthday. And we make a giant mistake. So I'll let you know when we get there and you can see if you can spot it. So let's check the weather. And it's going to be nice and sunny again, lovely. We are hoping to avoid a summer hurricane, so we don't have to pay for the hothouse yet again. It'll be our third or fourth time paying for the hothouse. Nothing in the post. So we're going to head straight into the barn and see if you can spot the giant mistake here as we're taking care of all of the animals. We do have some more wool as well, which is good. We're definitely trying to get that up a little bit. And we are going to turn it into yarn. Everybody's sort of clustered in this corner at the moment, so it makes it a little bit difficult. And I do have a wash on as well, if you can hear that background noise. I do apologise, but life must go on, as they say. So we're saying hello to all of the sheep. And we are still missing 2 cows. There's one of them. So we're missing 1 more cow, and there we go. So we've said hello to everybody. So we're changing their milk into cheese. And then what happens? We ship the cheese and we promptly leave without feeding everybody. So I completely forgot to feed everybody today, which is not good. So you'll see the repercussions of that tomorrow. But hopefully nobody gets sick. That would be a disaster. So let's go on and feed the chickens. We do manage to feed the chickens. We just forgot to feed the cows and sheep. And are we going to give an egg to the Harvest Goddess today? I think we are, because we're actually saving 2 eggs, because one of the eggs is going to be for somebody's birthday. So let's go ahead and give an egg to the Harvest Goddess. And then we're going to go ahead and sparboil the other egg. I chose a golden egg for this just to make it feel a bit more special, but it makes no difference. Once you've sparboiled it, it is not a golden egg anymore. And just as we're about to leave, I decide that maybe I should do some fishing here to see if I can get a small fish. So that's what we end up doing. And unfortunately, it's not really going very well. We haven't caught much of anything. We've got some branches. No fish. So with that, we are going to head down to Gotz's house, because it is Harris's birthday today, the policeman, the mayor's son. And we're just seeing him here, so let's give him his sparboiled egg. I was just making sure that's what I was holding because I couldn't quite see it. And he says, "Thank you. It's wonderful to have my birthday celebrated by the villagers like this. Oh, you're absolutely welcome." And there is the other red grass, as you can see there. Just in case you haven't watched any other summers with me. But with that, we are going to head back to the farm. And I end up doing a bit of fishing here to see if we can grab a small fish. And we did get a small fish. So we are just going to chop these. And then we're going to go ahead and water everything. So like I say, we did make the big mistake of not feeding the cows and sheep. And we'll see what happens with that tomorrow. But with that, we've watered everything, so let's head out. And we are going to go, of course, straight down to the beach to see if we can get our second of 6 fish prints for this playthrough. So Kai isn't there today. But we're going to throw the fish into the water and then we're going to go ahead and try and fish. And as you can see, I have not put this on at ×5 speed. And I wonder what the reason is. Because we do catch the squid right now. So here we are. We have the squid fish print. That is 2 fish prints. And you can see it in the bottom there. But I do fast forward in a minute because we do end up doing a little bit more fishing. So here we go. And I'm not sure whether we catch anything or not. I think just more rubbish, to be honest. But the reason we are doing some more fishing as well is because one of the fish requires you to have shipped 200 fish. And I don't think we're anywhere near that. So we'll see if we end up getting that one during this playthrough. So with that, we're going to head into the inn to see if that random event pops. And it does not, unfortunately. So back out we go. And we are going to stick around for a little while. And we're just going to pop back in and see if anything happens. So let's just quickly pop back in. But no, the random event hasn't happened. And it may not happen. I don't know if we're too far into the playthrough for it to happen. Anyway, with that, we are going to head off back to the farm. And I didn't realise my mistake of not feeding the cows and sheep. So we don't end up rectifying that. This is me just waiting around for the horse because I know we haven't said hello to the horse today. But I don't end up going back and trying to sort that, which I'm kicking myself now because I could have done. But no, that mistake does stick because I didn't notice it. So we're still waiting around for the horse. I'm not quite sure where he's got to. Let's see if we can find him. And there he is. So let's say goodnight. And I think we're going to head straight to bed. Well, it is 10 to 11. So with that, let's move on to our final day of this episode, which is, of course, day 5. And like I say, you'll have to let me know if you are happy with the slightly longer episodes, having 5 days instead of 3 days. We have sort of fluctuated with this series. We've had some episodes that have been 1 or 2 days long. We've had some that have been 5 days, and the majority have been 3. So you'll have to let me know if you're happy with the longer episodes with them having 5 days on them. So let's go ahead and check the weather, and it's going to be nice and sunny again tomorrow, which is absolutely wonderful. And let's head straight out. Say hello to Binky. Check the post. Nothing's come. So let's get on with our farm work. Crops are growing quite nicely. Let's start with the chickens and we'll see if we end up going to the Harvest Goddess. So it looks like we're not going to be going to the Harvest Goddess today, which is fine. We'll feed the fish, grab the honey and sort out the hothouse. Nothing grown in just yet. And we're going to start doing some watering. Let's get some more water. So we've watered everything there. Our little man is very, very tired. And in the barn we go. And this is where I realise the mistake, because I go to milk the cows and we can't get any milk. So this is where I realised the big mistake. So we are not getting any produce from the barn today. We're just going around saying hello to everybody, basically. Which should make this very, very quick. But yes, unfortunately, no milk today. But looking round, it does look like Rose has finally grown up. So we may be getting our first milk from Rose. Yes, Rose has finally grown up. So we should be getting our first milk from Rose in the next episode, which is quite exciting. And we are definitely feeding them this time. Sorry guys, I feel awful. Right, get back in the barn, you. Right. Now we're going to cut a bit of grass, but we are very, very tired, so I don't think we end up doing too much here. Yeah, I think I end up stopping right here. I've already said hello to the horse, but I think I'd forgotten. So what we're going to do now, because our little man's quite tired, I don't think he'll be doing much. I think we're going to go ahead and head to the beach. So we're not going to be fishing, I don't think. But we are waiting for a random event with Kai. Like I say, there's a couple actually. And one of them I don't think is going to happen because I think we're too far ahead in the story. But I'm going to give it a go anyway. So we are essentially, this is going to sound really good, stalking Kai for the afternoon to see when Kai ends up going to the inn. So I do end up cutting out quite a bit here because it's 2:10 and we end up staying with Kai till around 7 o'clock, I think. But we are going to buy something from him. We'll get some pasta. Imagine eating pasta on the beach. I'm not sure about that. Can't buy fish and chips or anything. So yeah, I do cut out, and at 7:10 you can see that Kai leaves for the inn. So we are going to follow him. We look like a right stalker. I'm not happy about this. But it's a good way to see if the event's going to happen. I'm going to say hello to Rick. And we might as well say hello to Kai while we're here. I feel like time passes slower here than in my town. It's possible. It's possible. So Kai turns up around 8 o'clock. Wait for Cliff to get in. So it's now 8:10. Let's see if the random event happens. And unfortunately, it does not. The event has not happened. So again, I don't know if we're going to miss this one or not. But with that, we are going to head back out. I don't know if we're going to wait till a little bit later or if we're just going to go. I think we are going to wait a little bit longer. Obviously, the inn closes at 9, so we can't wait for too long. So we're going to head back in now just to see. But no, the event hasn't happened. So with that, we are going to head on back to the farm. And I believe we have done everything on the farm. Let's wait and see. We may be heading straight to bed. I believe we are. So that is where I'm going to end today's episode. So thank you very much for watching. I really hope you're still enjoying this series. And hopefully, again, you're okay with 5 days per episode. So thank you for watching. And until next time, bye, Embers.